Today's show finds Hank and me deep in the heart of Dixie, a region steeped in history and seafood. We will visit a historic fort, antebellum homes, and feature the marine and seafood industry. However, the gaming industry has made a huge impact on the area. When asked if I could think of any unlucky high rollers, the only born loser that came to mind was my buddy Hank. Maybe I should work on commission.
Bill, this trip's going to be really easy. We're going to travel Route 90, which reminds me of Route 66.
Well, Hank, this is the Route 66 of the Gulf Coast.
I thought that was pretty close.
But I tell you what, it's got to be a lot easier now than it was 170 years ago. This road originated as a shell road that led up to an 1825 brick fort.
And of course there was a casino then too, right?
Well, Hank, why don't you come see for yourself?
After the War of 1812, President James Monroe saw how weak America's defenses were. So he commissioned a very large government project to build a series of mason and brick forts around the Gulf and East Coast of the United States. This program, called the Monroe System of Forts, was America's first very large-scale construction project. The reason they put the fort here is that the Wrigley's Pass, right here, connects the Gulf of Mexico with Lake Pontchartrain. So this is the back door to New Orleans. It was very important that they built a fort here. In fact, of all those forts that they built on the Gulf and East Coast, Fort Pike was the first. It's a two-story structure, built to hold about 49 guns and about 400 people in case there was a war. In case Fort Pike was invaded, everybody can go in here and shoot out these rifle holes here.
Okay.
Is this kind of like a fort within a fort?
Yeah.
So in other words, because Bill and I were talking about that, you're really shooting that way. They're not shooting in where the bullets would funnel in the kitchen. Okay.
This is the sleeping quarters. In case, yeah, sure, if they felt like it. Yeah, the barracks are right here. You could, the soldiers could lie down in their bunks here and shoot out the holes, or stand on top of the bed and shoot.
This is called fun.
But actually, back in the Army back then, you had 2 men to every bunk. It was designed by Simon Bernard. He was one of Napoleon's chief military architects. And it followed a design that they've been having for forts called the Vauban design since around the 16th century. They built it to look a lot like a castle, because when they invented gunpowder, all the designs that they had for forts were castles.
JJ, this place totally confounds me. I could get lost in this whole place in about a minute.
Well, a lot of people do. The whole place acts like the rooms in your house, these casemates. They're all connected by tunnels, which act for communications. And hey, where'd you go?
Now that I'm in here, this kind of looks like, did you add something onto it?
Yeah, in 1850, General Beauregard, PGT Beauregard, he came here to remodel the place.
It's missing a roof right now, so it must have had something up there.
Yeah, sure, it wouldn't have been very comfortable to sleep here, but they did build a second story in 1850.
What's the second story for?
So they can sleep in. You can catch this nature's air conditioning, the wind.
And when did it really fall apart? And I don't mean to say fall apart, but fall apart.
Well, it's just been falling apart ever since the day they started building on it. Because it's really hard to make a foundation in a marsh like this.
JJ, I'm looking up here and I can see what looks like, I don't know, clamshells. What is that?
Well, that is clamshells. They made the whole fort out of mortar made from clams and sand. The Indians that lived here thousands of years ago, they ate a lot of these clams for food. They kept piling them up over the years. Heck of a way not to do dishes.
I really want to thank you for that. That was great.
Thanks, guys. You've been the great thing to come out here all day.
Cycle Fever will be right back in a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.